Well, friends, good morning. And today we have a very special day about the people who have made a difference in our life. So, would anybody like to share something in the beginning? Thank you, thank you, thank you. We thank the universe for all the blessings, for the air, for the wonderful G20 meeting in New Delhi, which is going to define India's, rather world's future, and that the very fact that it has happened in India is really defining. We thank our government. We thank for all the education we have received. We thank our teachers who gave us wonderful education. I thank John Minarsik, who is in San Francisco and now working in Puerto Rico, who taught me the art of video conferencing way back in 2012, when it was just, we were in 2G era. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the people who provide us with food, who grow the food, who transport the food, all the shopkeepers, all the cooks, our household helps. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the people who provide us with water, clean water, people who make the ROs small enough that they can be made available in our homes. And also lot of financial support we have got. Over the years, so much money has been spent on us by our parents, by the government, by the people around, by our friends, by our in-laws, by our spouses. Thank you for all. Thank you for all the great relationships we have got with our spouses, with our family, with our friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the wonderful happenings in our life. So, I just want to, as we said, that we pray that India becomes a global hospital. I just came across a video which I felt I must show it to you.
It rings true for non-resident Indians as well. A lot of Indians settle abroad. Better living standards, high-paying jobs attract them. But once they have saved enough, many want to return to their homeland after retirement. Look at this survey now by a fintech platform. It shows at least 60% of the non-resident Indians living in the US, Canada, the UK, Australia and Singapore want to come back to India to spend their golden years. Let's take a look at some more figures. 80% of NRIs based in Australia plan to return to India after retiring. We have the same figure for Singapore. From the US, 75% of NRIs want to come back. From the UK, the figure stands at 70%. From Canada, it is 63%. So why do so many Indians want to come back home? It's as much for financial as for emotional reasons. You see, India is formulating a strong strategy to stabilize its economy. It has become an emerging global startup hub to reckon with. There are stellar manufacturing capabilities, financial services and technology advancements. Simply put, there are promising investment opportunities for NRIs who have earned in dollars. Investment in India can bring huge profits. In fact, a whopping 72% of NRIs believe that India has a stable investment avenue. They are bullish on India's growth. 56% of the NRIs based in the US and 44% of those in Canada have already started investing in India for retirement. Then, of course, there is low cost of living. NRIs who have earned in dollars all their life and have thousands saved up in their retirement funds can afford a better life in India. Much better. In fact, far better than they would have in the United States or even the United Kingdom. Why do I say that? Because inflation is already soaring in the West. People are struggling to make ends meet. After retirement, when there are no monthly paychecks and only bills to pay, NRIs would be financially better off in India. There is also better and more accessible healthcare. In America, the average wait time for emergency room is 145 minutes. In the UK, it's 70 minutes. In fact, last year, nearly 40% of NHS hospital departments in England had an average treatment waiting time of more than 18 weeks. For some, it was well over 30 weeks. In India, the waiting period lies between 15 and 20 minutes. So where would you want to live? Especially at an age when you'd be more vulnerable and would need more medical attention. Of course, at a place where you have better access to medical care. Not somewhere that you'd have to wait for weeks to see a doctor's face. Then there is the emotional factor. Indians go abroad and build a new life, but often their families are left behind. And why just families? Also their friends, their culture, their childhood memories. Some want to raise their children or grandchildren in India close to their culture. You see, a lot of Indians move to foreign countries every year. Reports say the figure lies between 1 and 2.5 million. As of data from 2020, 18 million Indians live abroad. India has the largest diaspora population in the world. Because of this trend, with doctors, engineers and tech-savvy individuals moving out, India has grappled with brain drain. But now the good part is, a lot of the NRIs want to come back, even if it's after retirement. Home is, after all, home. WION World is One is now available in your
So, Indian healthcare, especially for the older people, is much better in the world. And the trend is going that India is going to become, it has started that India is going to become a global hospital. Be ready for it. The first signs are coming. Today, we have, we will be discussing the people who have made a difference in our life. As you all know, there are always some people who have made a special difference in our life, who they may be our parents, that is in everyone's case, but there are many other people. Sometimes these people have just met us for a few moments and then they went out of our life. They may be our teachers, they may be our friends. They may be just ordinary people who met us for a few moments in a train, but they said something or did something and which made a change in our life. So we have to thank all these people.
Day 12. Magical people who made a difference.
So here the author has shown an album of where we keep the pictures of our loved ones or memories, and there the author, I mean, there is glowing with stars around those pictures. These people were the ones who made a difference in our life. We thank all those people because of whom drastic change, who inspired us, who said something. Sometimes they did something bad to us because of which something could happen.
At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each one of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who had lighted the flame within us. Albert Schweitzer, 20th century Nobel Peace Prize-winning medical missionary and philosopher.
Every one of us has received help, support or guidance from other people at particular times in our life when we needed it most. Sometimes another person alters the course of our life through their encouragement, guidance or just being there at the right time. And then life goes on and we tend to forget those times when one person touched us or changed our life. Sometimes you don't even realize the impact a person had until well into the future, when you look back on your life and realize that a particular person was pivotal in magically changing the direction of your life for the better. The person may have been a teacher or coach, an uncle, aunt, sibling, grandparent or any family member. They may have been a doctor, nurse or best friend. They may have been the person who introduced you to your current partner or to a particular interest that became one of your greatest passions. Maybe they were someone you didn't even know, and they appeared in your life very briefly, performing a random act of kindness that touched you to the core. My grandmother gave me my love for books, cooking, and the countryside. By sharing her love of those things with me, all of them affected and changed the course of my life. Cooking became a passion of mine for over 20 years. My love of books eventually led to me becoming a writer, and my love of the countryside has influenced where I've lived throughout my life. My grandmother also taught me to say thank you. At the time, I thought she was just teaching me to be polite. It was only later in my life I realized that teaching me to say the magic words was the greatest gift my grandmother ever gave me. She's not alive anymore, but I continue to be grateful to her for the huge influence she had on the course of my life. Thank you, Grandma. Today, you are going to think about the magical people who have impacted your life. Sometime today, find a quiet place alone, sit down and think of 3 extraordinary people who have made a difference in your life. Once you have your 3 people, work with one person at a time and talk out loud to each person as though they were present, telling them the reasons why you're grateful to them and how they affected the course of your life. Make sure you do this magical practice with all 3 people in the one session, because it will take your feeling of gratitude to a far deeper level. If you split up this magical practice throughout the day, you will not feel the same depth of gratitude, nor receive the magical results. Here's an example of what you might say. Sarah, I want to thank you for the time that you encouraged me to follow my heart. I was lost and confused that day, and your words touched me and lifted me out of despair. Because of what you said, I found the courage to follow my dream, and I moved to France to work as an apprentice chef. I'm living my dream and I couldn't be happier, all because of what you said to me that day. Thank you, Sarah. It's very important that you say the reasons why you're grateful, and you can't say too much. Instead, the more you say and the more you feel, the more amazing the results. You will see the magic explode into your life from doing this practice. It numbers among the most powerful acts of gratitude you can ever perform. If you're not in a position to talk out loud, then you can write down your words to each person and address them as though you're writing a letter. When you have completed this practice, you will notice a huge difference in the way that you feel. The evidence of gratitude's power working is always that first and foremost, it makes you happy. The secondary evidence of gratitude's power is that you attract wonderful things. And as if all of that wasn't enough, the happiness you feel after practicing gratitude also attracts more wonderful things, which will make you even happier. That's the magic of life, and that's the magical power of gratitude.
So we have to thank all the people, and we have to thank why. So this is something, I mean, it will be great if we are able to call them and say thank you. So anybody would like to share something at this stage? Dr. Mahajan? Thank you. I must thank.
Good morning, sir. Sir, thank you for the session, sir. It's a wonderful beginning always to begin with these sessions and on a positive note. Definitely, today's session, what they said to be done, will enhance our level of gratitude also. And through that, I think we will be in a state of, you know, what do you say, a little bit of calmness, and like somehow you will feel that you have done something in life, and you want to basically, like, first these people to come into your life, that is the first thing, and these people made a change. So you start feeling that, Arey, there are such people also who were a part of your life, and therefore, we are thanking them, and that's how we will have a very good feeling also, sir. So as you keep doing this thing and you keep on adding, there are many people who had made a change in your life. So it's not like you are alone and you're just struggling going away, in the front. But yes, there are people with you also, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. And these people, I mean, they are the pivots in our life. They have brought so much without knowing. I remember once I was coming from somewhere and I left a bag containing all my certificates of lifetime, my 10th, my degree, and a person ran to the train to give me that bag. I'm very grateful to that unknown person. So, anybody else? Dr. Sangeeta, Dr. Rajri?
Sir, when we start thanking people who we are grateful, so the other aspect is like we'll stop thinking whoever has done, like, opposite of that. So that makes us like, we should be grateful for all these people and we should go ahead, and that motivates us. Sir, because the entire gratitude thing, so usually we say thank you as a magical word from the beginning, like, for the kids also, we teach them, like, please, thank you, sorry, you have to tell. But when we start beginning this practice, that writing thank you for this and why I am thankful means, this is making a internal transformation within me rather than like trying to impress outside people. This is
Yes,
what this is what I felt, sir. Like I used to motivate so many people, but when it comes to like myself, like when I think about me, I always think like there is a void, there is nothing. Like, so when I start practicing this, so now I'm feeling like, yes, sir, I'm like, since I am lot of abundance within me, that's why I could able to motivate others. This is what I felt.
yes. A feeling of gratitude, the entire psyche changes when you
Yes, sir.
start saying thank you. And in fact, the whole existence starts blessing you. I mean, from morning till evening, whenever the invisible manager who notes down points to say thank you, then the possibilities of saying thank you just go on increasing and increasing. You sleep well, you
Yes,
relax,
sir.
and it's just a very, I mean, you are able to work in a much
Sir,
better way.
entire thought process only changes, sir.
Yes,
First it comes like the negative will come. Okay, if this happens, what to do? Then when we say the gratitude, okay, so like whatever happens, it will happen minimal for us.
yes,
And
yes.
it will happen minimal.
And majority of people in our life, they have done 99% good and 1% bad.
Yes, sir.
And we quite often focus on that 1% which is bad and the whole day. And
And
that's
we
what,
waste our time.
yes, on that 1%, we ignore the 99%
Yes.
good which they have done in our life. So this is the way it is. So anybody else? Yes, Neeta
May I?
ma'am.
Uh, Doctor, my experience is that yes, conditionally, I mean, we are conditioned to say thanks to everyone who has done good to us. Our problem remains that when we find somebody not good to us, as you just said, that our mind just clinges to that negative thing. But gradually, when you do it, this practice of gratitude, even towards them, they have taught you something. They have made you stronger. They have pushed you to work hard, or whatever in way they are also there to change your life course in a positive manner. So once we start looking at those aspects, this practice, I think, will take us really more deeper, that why we are thankful to them, because they made us work hard, or they were very strict with us, they made us disciplined. So I feel this is a very, very interesting work that we can do on ourselves. And even, those people who we thought at that time that they were not good to us, have done good to us and have affected
Yes,
our life.
yes. Even through their strictness, our teachers taught us.
Yes, yes.
Even, I mean,
Parents, yes.
yes, parents through, I mean, when they were strict on us, they changed our lives.
Yes.
So we should be grateful.
Even some colleagues, sometimes they're very critical of you, and at that time you don't like them.
Yes,
So, but retrospectively, I think they're also, teaching you something in some way, or making you do good in your career or life.
yes. So day 12 underscores the influence of individuals who have made a positive difference. By recognizing and appreciating the contributions of change makers, individuals can harness their own potential, bring about positive transformation. Applying day 12 concepts to medical sciences, learning from medical pioneers. Medical students can draw inspiration from renowned medical pioneers who revolutionized the field. By studying the accomplishments and challenges faced by figures like Florence Nightingale or Jonas Salk, students can apply their lessons to their own medical journeys. Appreciating humanitarian efforts. health professionals can find inspiration in the work of those who have dedicated their lives to humanitarian medical missions by appreciating the selflessness of individuals like Paul Farmer or even Dr. Courtness. Professionals can align their practices with values of compassion and service. Embracing innovation, medical advancements are often pioneered by those who think outside the box. By learning from individuals like Dr. Devi Shetty in our own country, who introduced innovative healthcare models, professionals can embrace new approaches to patient care. Fostering positive role models by acknowledging the efforts of colleagues who exhibit exceptional patient care, professionals can contribute to culture of excellence and continuous improvement with their workplace. The examples from medical sciences could be an MBBS student reads about Dr. William Osler's contribution to medical education and patient care. Inspired by his emphasis on bedside teaching, the student focuses on building strong patient relationships and effective communication skills. A doctor learns about Dr. Hawa Abdi's dedication to providing healthcare to vulnerable populations. This inspires the doctor to participate in medical camps for underprivileged communities, applying their skills where they are most needed. Embracing innovation. A surgeon is inspired by minimally invasive techniques developed. The surgeon explores these techniques and incorporates them into their practice to enhance patient outcomes. A nurse recognizes a colleague who consistently goes above and beyond to provide patient-centered care. The nurse uses this as a motivation to continuously improve their own practice and contribute positively to the healthcare team. Day 12 highlights the impact of magical people who made a difference and encourages individuals to draw inspiration from the stories. Health professionals in India can apply the lessons and values of these change makers in their own careers, making a positive impact on patient care, healthcare practices, and overall well-being of their communities. By recognizing the efforts of those who have made a difference, individuals in the medical field can contribute to a brighter and more compassionate future in healthcare. Exactly. I mean, the amount of work these people, the change these people have brought in our life, it really, and India is, the hospitals of India with their low waiting times, they are, I will say, the best in the world. I mean, in the West, even if you are sick, you have to take appointments which are so delayed that, especially for older people, India is a heaven. And even at many places where we have got local Ayurvedic doctors who provide basic health care in the communities, and they provide the first line of which is also essential. A small cut in a simple fall, where these kind of services are needed, and just wonderful. Yes, India is becoming a global healthcare destination. We can feel the beginnings. So, Dr. Pragati, would you like to say something?
Yes, sir. So first of all, thank you for this wonderful gesture and activity. I was thinking, sir, that whenever we follow these practices, gratitude practices, it may. Just ask. I'm asking whether this would really make us, at one point of time, be mechanical. Like we are just doing this thanking practice, gratitude practice, just to gain its positive effects or its material effects. So, but I remember that you said on the second day or first day that you fake it till you make it. So, will that work? And can this happen that we, at one point of time, we tend to get very mechanical, just saying thank you for the sake of saying. And actually, what they are saying is that we should mean it genuinely when we, are grateful to someone or something.
Yes, I mean, it is just like Newton's third law.
Right.
Newton's third law, you don't measure, I mean, it is there, the law of the universe. And
Right.
similarly, the more you believe in magic, the more the magic will happen in your life. You have to
Okay.
believe in magic. And magic is like a universal law. You have to accept it. And you are depending on the universal intelligence. We are all part of the same energy. I mean, the same atoms, the same molecules, the same E is equal to mc square. It is there for all of us. And it is just like Newton's third law. This is also a law. It works. I mean, just believe in it, and it will. Magic will, from unknown places, people will be helping you. The universe will be helping you from the beyond. Even there's no explanation. It happens like this. Just believe in magic. I mean,
So can I add a point into this, sir?
practice this till the end of this month, and you will see the.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, and also by the end of this month, it will become your habit. It will change your life, and some people will be more. The more emotion with which you express your gratitude, the more it will happen. And your magic rock practice, your I mean, if you just say thank you to your spouse, even if you, for small things, you will see the difference.
Right, sir.
Thank you. In parent-child, say thank you to your child, and you will see the difference. Say thank you to your worker. So you will see the difference. You will see the difference in the efficiencies. And a thankful world is near paradise. The difference, they say Kali Yuga and Satyug. What is the main difference between Kali Yuga and Satyug? It is the way people think, the way people express gratitude to each other.
Okay.
And, yes. And if you just see how these Brahma Kumaris, they quite often say that the world is in transition from the Yuga Chakra, from Kali Yuga to Satyug. And this is the transition phase, looking at the bigger picture. And once the mankind understands this constant transition of the Yuga Chakra, then the Satyug will remain forever. Because people will continuously be grateful, and gratitude will exist forever. And it can be a continuous Satyug. So that is, we are living in such times.
True.
Yes. And the coming 10 years, as we say, is going to bring more change than last 100